Well, around midnight last night, West Coast time, we all became aware of the passing of Yogi Berra, the great Yankee catcher and, boy, baseball's greatest ambassador. And by this morning, East Coast time, it was circulating around. It came through the Yogi Berra Museum. They put out the press release that Yogi had passed away at age 90. And certainly our thoughts and prayers are with the Berra family. And, oh, what a tremendous man. He meant awful lot to everybody who played the game that came during his time and after his time. He was such a great guy to be around. He had stories, endless stories, and such a personable man. I don't think he ever met a stranger. If you spent 5 minutes around Yogi Berra, you felt like you were his best friend. And Tom, I know you got to know Yogi the way most of us did in that time frame. And
yeah, you wish you knew him better. But,
yeah.
You're right. He made you comfortable. He was gracious. And I remember him a little bit as a player, as a kid, watching. I was a big Yankee fan watching the Yankees. And he had the reputation of being the kind of hitter that swung at everything. High pitches, low pitches, you name it. And he had 5 or 6 years where he hit more home runs than he had strikeouts. That's the kind of hitter he was. He was a power hitter. He was also a contact hitter. And there's Don Larson's perfect game in the World Series.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's one of those guys. You hear it said a lot, but I don't know if it was ever truer than about Yogi Berra, that you'll have a hard time finding anyone that didn't have something nice to say about him.
Yeah. Yeah, that is the truth. And baseball is much poorer at the loss of Yogi Berra. We all can certainly give thanks to Yogi's memory for what he did to make this great game grow to where it is today. We'll keep on growing with his memory well intact. One out here in the Rangers' second, and Mitch Moreland. 23 home runs now for Mitch. That ties his career high that he set in 2013. Inside, as we told you before the ball game, Mitch in this ballpark, 10 home runs. That's the most for Mitch in any single ballpark other than Globe Life Park. 3 for 4 last night. In the air to center. This one not going to quite carry back to the wall. It sends Burns back to the warning track. But it stays in the park, and Mitch is a long out for number 2. And some of the famous quotes attributed to Yogi: when you come to a fork on the road, take it. And that pretty much sums up Yogi's life. You can observe a lot by just watching. And baseball is 90% mental. The other half is physical. That was my favorite. And the other one, another one, I never said most of the things that I said. And, you'd scratch your head for a second. You get Yogi Berra along with Casey Stengel, and you would be scratching your head for the entire time either one of them was talking.
The funny thing about most of the things Yogi said is if you take them literally, then they're kind of funny and they don't make any sense. But every one of them, you know exactly what he's saying.
Exactly.
I never said the things that people said I said.
Yep.
I mean, when he said that, you know exactly what he said. In other words, a lot of the Yogi-isms were probably manufactured by people that thought they were funny and Yogi didn't actually say them.
Sure.